Okay, good morning, good morning. I think we're all okay. Sound looks all right. Wi-Fi's okay. Looks like we're up and running. Morning, gang. Hello, hello. Doors open today because again, we're in that nice weather time between the hot summer and the cold winter. So we'll have the door open for a while. It's a rainy day, as you can see. Rainy, drizzly day. It's a long weekend here in Asaksa. This is the third day of a long weekend. The last 2 days have been busy. Both numbers of people coming in. We discovered something funny, not discovered it, we sort of knew about this, but we've had, all through the summer, we've had the door closed, of course. Now, it's a glass door. People outside can sort of see. But during the daytime, when it's bright outside, even though we've got lights on inside, the reflections, people can't actually see so well into the shop. So whatever, some people open the door and come in, some people don't. Some people sometimes come up to the glass, look inside, and then either come in or walk away. But the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's 4 days, we've had the door open because the weather is clement. And many more people come in with the door in its open position, and people walking by can actually see inside. So, I don't know, we would really like to have that door open. All summer we've had it shut, and probably we've shut out a lot of people who would have come in. We do have an open sign. It's right there at the front. It says, I can't read it from the back here. It says, now open, please drop in. Of course it's there, always it's there. It's inside the shutter. A lot of the shops down on the central area here, the Nakamise, there's a giant, like a pharmacy type shop that sells all kinds of stuff. And they have no wall. It's all wide open, and they have air conditioners blasting down. So people walk in through this blast of air conditioner. But I can't bear the idea of doing that. Just blowing air-conditioned air out into the world. No. So keeping the door open while the air conditioner is running, no. Okay, what we're going to do today here. As you can see, I did do work over the past couple of days when we were off stream. The hair now, most of the hair up here is all done. I have still left that patch that I haven't decided what to do with yet. Other than that, all the hair is done. The eyes and eyebrows are safely outlined, but not cut yet. I'm basically going to save those for the end. The ring isn't done yet, mainly because I can't even see what's in there. I think what I'm going to do this morning is we're going to start the distressing in this hair. There's two kinds of distressing hair. Some is going to be on the lines. These lines are all going to be distressed, but I'm not going to do that until we've done test printing. See their shape. But I've got to do this distressing before we do test printing, because the distressing areas are marked on the hunch tip. And if I wash it off and do test printing, I'll lose track of those zones. So today we'll attack this stuff, but I haven't sharpened my knife. We're probably going to break it right away, doing all this bang. We don't need a super sharp knife for this. We need a rough tool. And back to the original here, can you see it? What we're talking about now is, I don't know how much this can show on the screen. You can see this is the key block, the part that's the darkest, and there's areas that are literally just roughed up and smashed. So we'll have a go at that this morning. Yeah, brighter lights. We've got there is a spotlight shining down inside the window. There's an easel with a print on it. So no matter what the weather's like outside, no matter how bright it is, they can actually see the easel and the print there. So people can sort of get the idea it's a print shop. And it says outside on the big sign, Woodbuck Prints, of course. And so they get the idea. But clearly, having the door open brought more people in, but let more people in, or whatever. This is ugly work, just distressing. Nothing delicate about this, just smack, smack, pick, 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 pick. Just rounding in one direction and change the angle of the block. Pick, pick, pick at it again. Change the angle one more time. And we have a distressed area. I'm keeping it fairly light because taking too much out can't be fixed, but if you haven't got enough of it, then you can do more. So we're getting the areas defined, and after test printing, we'll have a go at smacking it up some more, if it's necessary. What's happening today? Today's Monday, and I think Cameron's out to be here. Oh yeah, of course. Today, Fabiola-san should be dropping by at 9 o'clock. Soka. Might be interesting today then. Need to grab another stool. Our guest from Barcelona, young lady, whatever, lady from Barcelona. She's going to spend a few weeks here practicing upstairs. She's bringing, I believe, some blocks with her. She may do some practice on some of her own blocks. And she's basically going to sort of hang out up there and try not to disturb the printers. That's a nice theory, but in practice, of course, there's lots of disturbing. You have to show her where the brushes are, everything else. That's okay, they're cool with this. So today's show and tell is a person. The distressing here, we're trying to make it look like more natural brush strokes. I'm sorry if I didn't explain it more carefully. I know when artists are drawing with a Japanese brush, they dip the brush in ink, so the first part of the line they draw is thick, rich black. But as they keep writing, if they keep moving along, the ink disappears from the brush, and the brush strokes end up being more scratchy and scratchy. And the prints of this era that were made, maybe if I could try the prints of this era were made with very much this kind of an effect. You can perhaps see it here. The lines are not smooth, rich, straight, black curves. The lines are all broken in dots and dots. And it's to give an effect of when the original artist was drawing it with a brush, the brush had a scratched effect. It's very, very common in areas like this, in hair and stuff like that. So this print also has it on many of the kimono lines. This is the original print we're looking at here. And you can see the lines. They're not rich, smooth, clean black lines. They're sort of scratched. You can see it around here. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm taking lines that I have just carved cleanly, and we are distressing them, scratching them, to give it a more natural look, as though it was brush strokes. It's kind of phony, I guess, whatever. I mean, when people distress furniture to make it look old. But this is simply a style of printmaking. Everybody knows they're looking at a woodblock print, but when the lines look more natural in terms of brush stroke, it's not to make the print look like an antique. It's not that kind of distressing. It's simply to replicate the natural flow of the brush with which the lines were drawn. So it's not antiquing in any way. There's a bunch in the original that are done like this. I don't know if you can see there's a black area here. I'm going to put a line in, just at the edge of this black area. I'm going to carve one half of a line, and then on the inside of the line, rather than cutting a V, I'll distress the inside of the line, but not the other side. This is a very, very natural effect with the brush. You can't see it yet till we print it, but what you have now is a nice clean line, and the brush hairs next to it have a round of ink and give a distressed feel. That's also very, very common. I should be doing more of that here. When I made my earlier version of this print, the larger one, the one you see here, I had no idea how to do this stuff. All I was doing was looking at the original prints, trying to figure out what's going on, trying to replicate the strokes. I still have no idea how it was done. Obviously, it's something like this. I tested different stuff using sandpaper, using this, using that, and nothing seemed to give the effect except working with a knife like this. Well, the key block would have been printed first on the original print. Absolutely, key block would have been printed first. What are you saying here? The key block seems to go over the kimono pattern. I'm not sure what you mean. You mean like this? Because the colors are... The black seems to go over the colors, but they would still have been printed first. The black is not transparent. All the other colors are transparent. So black would have gone on first here, absolutely. Same with my version. And then you print the colors on top of it. But the colors don't cover up the black because they are completely, totally light, transparent tints. This is really confusing to people when they're first starting this. It looks like the blue lilac went first, black came on top. No, the black goes on first. Here's my version. Same thing, absolutely the same thing. The black went down first, then the colors. On the yellow flower on the kimono. The yellow flower on the kimono. I don't see a yellow flower. There's yellow flowers in the background. On the yellow flower on the kimono. You've got me, I'm sorry, right here. Anyway, same thing, same thing, same thing. Everything you see on these prints. Everything, everything, everything. This is not the Kyoto style. The Kyoto style, there's white stuff stuck on top all over the place. But in the Edo style, black lines first, transparent colors. Optical illusion. I don't think so, but whatever. It's okay. But illusion in the sense of that's the picture. In real life, the woman's hair falls down across in front of her kimono, of course, in real life. So the picture here is quite realistic. You're trying to make it look real. So yes, it looks like the hair is in front of the kimono, but this is a 2D object. In that sense, it's an optical illusion, whatever. We're going to get a lot of the ends here. If you leave the ends too strong, if you scratch it in the middle, leave the ends too strong, it really looks funny. So anything like this that's scratched up in the middle, the ends absolutely have to get heavily, heavily scratched. Taper off to nothing. The Yoshidas, in their earlier days, Hiroshi Yoshida, used this quite a lot in some of his mountain prints. The key blocks are not really line work so much, but there's lots of masses of dark, which are, rock faces in a mountain and stuff like that. And they distressed a lot of it when they were still using wooden blocks. Once they switched to metal blocks, I don't know how they did it. Must have just done it with brush strokes, made sure their brush was not loaded up well. The brush strokes were scratched, and that would then be replicated in the metal block that they made. But in the earlier ones, you can see the carving, and they had a way of doing it. They worked at, 120-degree angles. He would have his carvers do that. They'd carve a bunch of lines, 120 degrees, carve a bunch of lines like this, then rotate it 120, delicately carve some more lines, not all going all the way through, then rotate it 120 and do a third batch. And those triangles would now start to pop out here and there. And you can see it in many of their mountain prints. There's this triangular pattern when you zoom in really close. It must have been really, really fast. Just zip, 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 rotate, zip, 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 rotate, and away you go. And within a couple of minutes, you've got a rock that's totally distressed. It looks artificial. When you zoom in, you can see the angle, but in the real print itself, it doesn't show up. Now, lots of it in here. I've left way too much wood here. Let's get you this distressed out there. there's not much zoom happening here. We're at about a double magnification. It's turned down as low as it'll go, and I've got a reduction lens on the bottom of the scope too. So we're looking at about double size. If I look down to the real hair and look in the glass here, it's about twice as big. So we've got about a 2 by. The thing here will crank up to whatever, 100 or something, but we're looking at it at about a 2 times magnification. A lot of stuff in here too. A lot of this is sort of distressed, but I'm not going to muck with the ones in there at the moment. We'll handle that after test printing. As I said, the ones where I can see where the lines are, we'll do that later. The ones I have to do now are the ones that after the paper's washed off, we won't be able to see where they are. So it's this group in here that has to be done at this stage. There's another one. We just cut the line. I put the knife in just once. Normally, to make a white line, we'd do a V. We'd cut in once, cut in twice. But here, I've just cut one side, and on the second side, in place of cutting another line to make a V, I'm just going to chip it out here and there. And it leaves a very interesting effect. Clean line without a distressed thing pressing up against it. Very natural brushstroke. Another cat, I'm way behind on answering. There's been dozens and dozens of interesting designs sent in over the weekend, and I haven't answered a single letter on that. I've got to get a bunch more people to stage 2. I've got to answer some people. I've got to make another update on the page. I'm way behind with updating that stuff. We got some really fun applications over the past 5 or 6 days. Really fun stuff. There's also something that's become a thing with that series, and it's actually got too far. It's okay, I'll let it go. I can't do anything about it. But because the first print that I chose to send through for acceptance, the Evening Snow, was the ukiyo-e sort of, is it a parody, can you call it? Randall Hall did that mountain print showing the sleeping cats, a transformation of a Hiroshige original. And I showed that, and now I've had dozens, with no exaggeration, dozens of other ukiyo-e parody prints. People taking a famous ukiyo-e print from the past and modifying it by putting a cat or cats in there in place of some object that was in there at first. And they're fun to see, they're funny, but there's no way I'm going to make it. Could have been a thing, 8 prints done that way, 8 traditional ukiyo-e prints modified to include a cat. That could have been actually a way to manage this series. But no, at this point we're not going to do that. So I've got one, and I really don't think I'm going to do another one that is a straight up parody of another Lucky print. But there's been a whole bunch of entries in that form. And I don't want to be too discouraging, but I think, with one good, strong one in the series, I don't think I can do it again. First past the post. Her footsteps upstairs. Is that Suki-san? Did she go out the door? I didn't see. She comes from the other direction, so she doesn't usually show in front of our camera here. There's the oyster delivery. The merit book about the Cuccier printed last. Yes, the lady knows lots about Cuccier, but the technical side of it is different. This one needs more. I'm being too much of a nice guy here. This one at the bottom, if I can show you the original here, let's see. This bottom clump of her hair swirling around like this. In the original print, can I find it? Let's see how we find it. Here we are. This one, There's almost nothing left in some places. So I'm being too delicate with this. Conditioner. You hear it starting up, stopping, starting up, stopping, starting up. Sounds like Cold Wars out there this morning. It's not garbage day. That's tomorrow. The typhoon last week must have done some damage in the garden there, because yesterday actually a big truck came down the street, even during the middle of all the busy people. The truck came down the street and the back of it was just full of chainsaw trunks and broken up pieces you could see. So one or more of the trees in the temple garden must have come down. And they finally got around to cleaning up. It wasn't a high priority, of course, obviously. But there's still lots of people without power over in Chiba Prefecture, so the crews, I guess, are mostly out there. But it was astonishing. It's a week past now, and there's still people without power. This is really, really, really unusual for Japan. The infrastructure out there got really, really wasted. Trees down over power lines everywhere. It was wind speed. It wasn't actually all that strong of a typhoon, and it seems to have caught the people by surprise, the people who do check these things. But the specific areas, there was funneling of wind in mountain zones or something. And the winds got really, really strong in some areas, and it brought down tons and tons of power lines and trees. Some intercity transmission lines came down. That's really unusual. I've never seen that before. Intercity big transmission towers down in a row on a mountain. I suppose our day will come here in a sec. For us, the disaster that's going to strike us at some point will be flood. Pretty clear. We're near at sea level here in our shopping section. We're just barely above sea level. I think less than 1 meter above sea level is our street outside. And although there's big bulwarks along the river there, and there's sea walls and stuff like that. Clearly, being at sea level these days is not the best place you want your shop to be. I'm not super concerned about that, because Tokyo, a huge amount of Tokyo is built underground. There's Shinkansen trains down there, there's trains everywhere, everything. And as the sea rises over the next generation, or weeks or months, or whatever the time frame is, Tokyo's, they're building for it. They're building barriers, walls, pumping stations, you name it, they're on it already. There's a part of the Shinkansen line that comes in from Tohoku into Tokyo Station, into Ueno Station, between Ueno Station and Tokyo, that is way, way, way down below sea level in a sort of a muddy delta kind of a land. So it's 24-hour pumping. They've built their concrete tubes and stuff, but it is 24-hour pumping down there with backup diesel generators and this. So if the power goes down on those guys, that's it. Those towns are flooded. So for us, we have a policy here in the shop. When we built down onto the first floor, when we came down last year onto the first floor, we know about this, we think about this, okay, what are we going to do? We have built it so that we have no storage of any, no storage of any delicate items that can be damaged on the floor of the first floor. Our browser bins are, 2 feet up off the ground. We have no boxes of prints stored on the floor. If there was a sudden flood that took out the first floor up to knee level, we're okay. If it takes us out the first floor up to full level, then we have lost a bunch of prints, of course, if it happens without us being here. We have sandbags prepared and ready at the front door, hidden in the closet here. Dozens of sandbags. What are you going to do? Okay, looking good, looking good, looking good. I'm going to do more here and there. Geez, the crows are rotted out there. And Cameron should be here soon. It's actually technically a national holiday today. I don't know what it's for, autumn equinox or something. I don't remember. It's a holiday today. But, Cameron was probably thinking about taking it off, I guess. His contract stipulates that he has holidays off as holidays. I think probably what he's going to do is switch over because he's arranged with the girls upstairs. They're doing some videoing today. Subi-san's coming, Dei-chan's coming, and they're not going to work on their printing today. They're going to work on, together with Cameron, they're going to make a special video about making what we call hakobi, tokibo. And those are the sticks that we use to transfer our pigment from the bowl onto the wood block. And they're made from leftover pieces of bamboo sheath, bamboo skin. And Cameron saw her making some time ago and didn't get it up and running at that time, but this time he wants to video it. So they're going to spend the morning up there making a video about how to make hakobi. And all over the weekend, Subi-san, before she left on Friday, she put a bunch of bamboo skin into some cups to soak. And she gave me a request to please change the water every day, because if you leave it just sitting there, it'll just go stinky. So, and I remember, I did a good job. I changed the water Saturday morning and Sunday morning. So coming to a new video series near you soon. I think that's episode 3. I'm not sure if it's part of it. They're way ahead of me. I'm supposed to be working on that project with them, but they're way ahead of me. Well, I think it's all the damage I can do safely at this point, I think. Okay, let's move on. What's next? We've got to finish carving this ring here, and I cannot see what's in there. I can hear, but I can't see what's in there. Oops. That's Subi-san's voice. That's Cameron-san's voice. Don't bang your head on the shutter. They're ready again. No, but they're ready for. They're just talking about this just now. So, actually, something bizarre. I was carving here, and somebody says, "Who is this?" Did I just see a guy in a bunny suit riding a bike past the shop door? I wasn't watching.
Not impossible.
Did you? Like just now, while you were walking down the street.
No, I didn't see it.
Well, somebody clipped it.
All right.
It seems to be a thing. This is news to me. News to me. News to me.
That is funny.
Okay, Cameron's here. As you can see, we're going to turn around the camera over to him, and we have a show and tell here at 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock. Okay, so a big one.
Show and tell. No, show and tell's visiting.
Oh, indeed.
So you need two stools. So put the camera where it can hit the two stools, and
Angle it in such a way that we can all
let me get this up here. I assume she's supposed to be here at 9 o'clock, right?
Pretty soon.
So I'll turn it whatever you can handle it as you wish once she gets here. Ooh, that video adapter is hot. All set? Over to you. Okay. Well, the camera's over there, so it doesn't make any sense to put you. If you do your side by side, yeah. Sit on that. We're just trying to see where we are here. Fabiola-san's going to sit there.
Bye bye.
You're going. Or go to a wider. I mean, I don't need to be on that camera. You know, you can. I know, for those of you who don't know, we have a guest coming in a few minutes. A young lady from Spain is supposed to be dropping in on us. Just use the feet. Just turn them.
Yeah. All right. I got it. Oh, you would still be in there, but I think I can be here, have the side of my face, and then she'll be the main.
Facing you, you mean? Okay, okay. And talking to me over her shoulder, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or looking at you. Good morning. Cool and wet today.
No, it's hot and wet. The show is still not. I'm sweating already. We found interesting. We kept the door open. I think we did also on Friday when we were here. Mm-hmm. And the number of people coming in is way increased. You know.
Interesting.
Just having the door was that little bit of a barrier that's there, because they see the reflection when they're outside walking down. The door's open, many more people come in. So we heard lots of times. You know, we always ask people, "Hi, see the YouTubers or whatever."
Yeah, no, just walking in.
They're just people who just walked in. So cool. So I don't know. You know, those places like Matsumoto Kiyoshi and stuff. They have no walls. It's just the air conditioners blasting down. I don't want to do that, but I really would like to keep the door open.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really a barrier to people.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't following too much of the conversation, so I'm sorry. I don't know what
Looking back. It's too bad I missed the bunny on a bike.
Well, somebody clipped it.
Yeah. I'll be interested to see.
Bunny? Is there some event happening today? It's a long weekend. So.
I heard a bunch of cheering and stuff down at the intersection where there's Don Quixote. If I had turned right, down there, I couldn't see anything, but I heard
There were lots
tons
of
people.
activities yesterday. I have no idea what they were. Again, we heard cheering and marching and boombox music coming out.
Yeah.
So there are obviously some kind of events planned around here. Maragoto Nippon seemed to be hosting something. So.
Okay.
So I would guess. And it's the last long weekend before the cold weather sets in. So
Yeah.
the next 3-day weekend is middle of October. So
Oh, that's right.
But the mini bunny suits, I don't know. No idea.
Ah, that's why I missed him. He was riding towards Sensoji, not toward me. So that's why.
How was your weekend, sir?
Pretty good. What did we do?
If you can't remember, I guess that's good. No, without being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Okay, weekend with your family. If you can't specifically remember,
It was just fun. Yeah. I think that's it.
Not up to Nika time, huh?
No.
When's the next trip up there planned?
Still not totally sure. Thinking, not gonna like this. Maybe October during that 3-day weekend. But if you're on a trip, I don't want to line up our trips at the same time. So I want to make sure it's not the same time.
Yes, sorry about that.
Nope. I just want to make sure that's
As it plays out, I can't tell yet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't want to double up trips out of town. Perhaps. And Catherine's mom's coming in town to visit.
Again?
Yeah.
God, she can't stay away.
Nope. She loves the little guy. He wants to come say hi, so she's coming later this month to stay for a few weeks.
Just your mom always, never your dad.
Yeah, he has lots of like food allergies and things. He's on a strict, has to avoid a whole lot of different foods, so it's hard to find all the right stuff that's safe for him to eat here. What is it? Celiac disease. He eats any gluten or wheat-based products, and it's in soy sauce, which is in everything. Then he can get really, really sick. Even just tiny amounts. So it's no fun. Someone's asking about Nori being ever used to bond tracing paper to the block when making an image transfer. I don't think you ever use Nori that way.
No, if you mean Yamato Nori, that's the traditional material for doing this. Anytime you see the old videos, the Dutch company or whatever,
Yeah.
you see Maida-san, he's rubbing Yamato Nori on the block.
Okay.
And it sticks down. His hunch though that was the substance.
The way to do it.
We do it a little bit differently with the key blocks. I actually, like this one I'm using today, I actually use glue because I find that Nori is too weak and it pops off.
Oh, okay. So the image doesn't stick down, it just peels back up? Is that what you mean? Or?
No, if it goes too weak for me, then when it's pasted on, once I'm carving one side of the line, sometimes the paper at that point then loses its adhesion and comes off.
Ah.
So I can't see how thick the line was to the back side of the line.
Got it.
So I've been using a stronger glue than is traditional. It doesn't peel off, but it has a potential downside. If your glue is too strong and soaks into the wood, then the printer's going to have trouble because there's too much glue in the fibers of the wood and the moisture from the pigment can't go in.
Just saying, fuselage glue, wood glue, normal wood glue. What kind of wood? Or what
I
kind
use the normal white glue. I think it's P something, poly something. I don't know, whatever it is. Okay. And I moisten the wood first so that the glue doesn't sink down into the fibers. We've talked about this many, many, many times in history.
Yeah. PVA.
PV something.
Don't use waterproof glue. You will regret it a long time.
Yeah, you don't use epoxy or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Of course, it destroy your block. So if in doubt, just use Nori. It doesn't matter. If the stuff you're carving doesn't have super fine lines, you're good to go. It doesn't matter. This is the problem with some of the techniques we do. We built techniques and established techniques that match our specific type of printmaking.
Yeah.
But the people watching this are not doing like the kind of work that I'm doing here, microscopic level, and their tools and their needs are different. So it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. You got your video thing happening upstairs today with the girls, Huckabee.
Yes. Yep.
I did her. I changed the water as she asked me to every day, every morning. I changed the water. Otherwise, they would have gone stinky.
Great. Good.
So bookkeeping and stuff. What is today? What is
It's
today?
the 16th.
Okay, I totally forgot about that.
That's
yesterday.
okay, and I forgot to send it. Yeah. Get them out this morning.
It was the last few days with that door open the shop. You'll see when you come to type in stuff. It's going to take you hours and hours and hours. It's been the 3 biggest days of the year.
Wow.
It's come back to life at last. It's come back to life.
Wow.
After a long dead summer.
Yeah. Oh, I just remembered what we did on Saturday morning. We were going to various yochien. Was that kindergarten, preschools? Something to go.
College hunting.
Yeah, college hunting for the 2-year-old. Just visiting different ones to see what they look like. They're doing.
On the weekend.
They had one on a Saturday, and then she did the other 2 we were looking at on Wednesday and Thursday, I think. So.
But do you have a choice? These are private ones or not city ones? City one, you got to go to the one that's closest, usually, in my experience. And they don't allow you to do hunting. But if these are private ones, then it's up to you. But
yeah, they're
much more expensive.
I think they were all private ones, but the government has been doing so much to cover expenses, whether you're going to a private one or a city-run one or anything.
Yeah, but she's not actually working, so how are you getting around that thing? I don't know.
There's enough open spots that it's not causing any trouble. They're making, what is it? They haven't bothered us at all about who's working or what. Does she have to show
that she's looking for a job and stuff like that?
They haven't asked about any
we were
of
doing
those
it
things.
in 1986, 1987. We had to show she was working at home as a translator.
Yeah.
But because she was working at home, she had no employer. So we had to get certificates from the translation companies and stuff like that, showing how much work they were sending each day, each week to her. We took that to the city office, showed that this lady is gainfully employed, busy, and they gave us a pass to the daycare center.
Yeah. For daycare when he's younger, yes, they've asked. But for yochien,
that's a different story.
Yeah, they've not said anything of the sort.
Simply, you pay the money and away you go,
Yeah.
What kind of costs are we talking about out there?
It's all so unclear. They obfuscate it, and like this fee, and some fees are marked as daily, like meals. Some fees are marked as monthly. Some are weekly, and some are the year. I'm like, thanks. Now I've got to calculate them all out, figure out what this means.
What's the basic monthly tuition, or what's it called? I don't know.
Like Niman, Gosen, and for the standard thing, and
well, a couple $100, not a couple of $1,000.
No, nothing like that. And some have an application fee, and some don't. And then, if you get in, then some have you pay. Yeah, you got in. Now, for the privilege of going here, then you pay us, and some don't charge that. So they've all got an array of fees.
UK.
Yep. You and Keen and thanks. For the privilege of paying you money, I get to pay you money. It's like the lay Keen for renting a house too. Silly, but
And how do you think it's going to go? He's going in April, right? Is that the idea?
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, he loves being out and doing stuff with other people. He's not a clingy kid.
But when his mother drops him off and goes home, that's a different story, you know?
No, we've done some daycare. Some places let us do it when she's here. Buenos dias.
Buenos días.
Oh, yo, 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 yo.
Hey, and she's come with company, so I think we'll have some translation help.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing? Oh, you're here too. No way,
but
together.
I am a tourist in Tokyo. I am going to live here. Fabiola and me is going to live.
So you're here together though? Okay, but you're staying together for a few weeks, whatever.
No, I am in just 10 days.
And you're 3 weeks? What's the 4 weeks?
Yes.
5 weeks? 6
1
months?
month.
1 month.
1 month, okay.
It's okay?
Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down.
This one. Choose.
Just, we're live at the moment. We are broadcasting right now. The Twitch stream is on. Ow! My God!
And they brought some work.
You're this morning's our guest.
You ask? Here is some of her work.
Please.
So we do have a real show and tell. Hey, gay. Have you been watching the streams sometimes?
Yeah.
So you know what this is about then? Okay. Good. Are you jet lagged? You came in last
Yes.
night?
One day for a trip, 1 day from Spain
Yeah.
to here, more or less 1 day. And the time is opposite.
Yeah.
We know.
Now in Spain is
very early.
night.
But we slept, I think, 10 hours.
10 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have a seat. Get a cold drink. Cameron, maybe, what do you think?
Water, juices.
What would you like? Juice? Cold tea? Cold juice?
Cold tea, it's okay?
Cameron, see what Cameron. All right, go with Cameron. Go with him. Grab a cup up there.
Wow.
Okay, this camera right now is facing down on here.
Yeah.
And that camera over there is the back of your head right now. That's this one. You see?
Okay. Oh, okay.
That's what the people at the moment are seeing.
Good
Maybe
morning.
what we should do, we should change it a little bit.
Hot.
Let's, what should we do? Maybe pull this a bit larger. I can't reach the keyboard here. So. Right, hang on a bit, guys. Cameron will be back to chat with you and talk to you in a minute. So, in Spain now, it's 2 a.m., somebody's saying. So, 2 in the morning, can I?
No, in the night. In Spain?
Yeah,
it's-
2 at night, in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 in the morning. So.
I need change my mind because I speak English very bad, but it's okay.
Doesn't matter. You speak printmaking, so it's okay.
Yes.
So how have you been? It's what? 2 years ago, 3 years ago you were here? I don't remember.
No, 1 year.
Only 1 year ago?
Yes.
It seems like a longer time than that. So, yeah, were we? But we were still upstairs.
Yeah. 1 day. Yeah.
No, but
Last.
we didn't have the shop.
No, it's a start for.
We were construction, doing the
yes,
construction. Okay,
yes.
okay.
Now it's very good. Thank you very much.
Yes. Have some quick tea.
There are a lot of people now.
I don't know how many are out there. No idea. Okay, if I get this, if I can. I've large. Karen, have a seat.
Or no?
Yeah, sit down, have a seat.
What's up?
I've tried to make the screen a bit larger and make it a little both, but
okay.
I can't see where things are happening. So.
Oh, I think if you sit, we can still
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Here? Yeah. Okay.
It is here.
The back of my head is the main focus.
Well, turn
now.
around. You don't
Yeah.
need to see. Or
I'd like to see what you're working on.
just leave me out of this. Just to introduce Fabiola San and
Yeah.
see what she's doing, and leave me out of this.
This is Fabiola, who has
Hello.
been doing fabulous work. We have some in here already.
Your home base is Barcelona, so
I normally speak a lot of, but now I think it's, I need a little time. I have more work.
More work.
in the small
Yes.
guest corner, right in front of you. Right in front of you.
Small one. Okay, sorry.
No, to the right. Yeah, the guest corner. Yes, that's about all that's left.
Ah, here we go. Yes.
I have my new work, different.
Great. Here are the few that are left. We've had
So all the
so
good
many.
ones are
They're
gone.
selling fast.
So,
they go very quickly. Yes.
these are from our guest corner, our blue dot guest corner. The idea we have some prints here not made by us at all. made by friends overseas. We have some from Fabiola-san, from Linya to Shimizu, from Karen Pittman. And the idea is they're making prints in a Japanese style.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I can finally see the embossing here. It's
The
beautiful
embossing is for surprise.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
beautiful. The embossing on this one.
I love the embossing.
Is this a place near your home?
Yes,
Yeah.
because this sky is typical in my city because there are a lot of wine. When in the city there are wine, fierzo.
Okay.
The sky is this kind of color, red and orange
Okay.
and morado is the
Yeah.
violet.
Violet, okay. Beautiful. What you do? Put in stuff there, part and time.
Yes, because it's all people need one time, a little time for thinking.
Yes. Great. And you brought more new ones.
Yes, I'm sorry.
There's no rush on those now,
No,
because you're
sorry.
going to be here for a month. We'll save some of those for a show and tell.
Oh, another time?
Just relax.
Oh, okay.
Well, 1 month, we get lots of
Yeah,
stuff
we have
to
lots
talk
of time.
about, so-
Very cool work. I like designs very much.
Did you bring with you those wood blocks from the old
Fabiola,
old Japanese
very
print
nice
you
work.
found?
Thank you.
Did you bring what?
Did you bring the wood blocks for that old Japanese print?
Oh.
How do we know? Just a matter. Did you bring those blocks?
Yes. No block. No, I bring because the block is the same. Is this Naki?
Okay. Too heavy. Okay. Yeah.
The block no because it's for cliente. What is the name?
Client.
Client.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, I see,
But
okay.
I have the proof
All right. Okay.
and the process. Now I start the process
okay.
because the cantor change and the color change too.
I wasn't sure if you were going to bring to do your test printing here or not. I wasn't sure you were going. So, okay. So while you're here, you want to be using our blocks for practicing, or did you bring some of your own blocks? What's the plan for the next few weeks here? What would you like to be doing?
Well, I would like to carving a new imagine. I have different new imagine.
Okay.
Now I work about other part for my project. Las cosas que una tiene que hacer para vivir y no perder la cabeza. That is Iñaki.
Things you must do to live and not lose your head.
So, the second part is
Okay.
round, caminar. Now I work about different imagine about this tema.
Themes.
Tema.
yeah.
Okay, sorry. The jazz lab.
So you'll be doing some carving and some printing while you're here.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason I asked is we have to get benches and stuff ready for you. It's okay.
Okay.
And prints.
We have a printing bench.
I have my knife and different things, but I need to buy wood. Yes, okay. Block.
Oh, I see. Okay. Or maybe something we have here. Who knows? Let's see. Okay. Am I off
Just
camera?
a little bit.
No, it's up to you. You tell me what to do. If I target zone's right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
There we go.
Okay.
Wow, it's complicated carving and
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah, complicated to carve.
No,
No?
nothing. It's
No?
just, I don't think so.
I have a little loop, but this is very, very big. This is the imagine. Okay.
Yeah, we're making a smaller version
Yeah.
of this.
Smaller one.
Smaller one, yes.
Oh, your mother's joined the chat.
Mom's here
She's
again?
in here
Good.
today.
Yeah. I spoke to her on the phone and on Skype. It would have been last night or 2 nights ago. Sometimes, my mother's pretty independent, but every now and then she'll get an email or something which she doesn't understand.
Yeah.
We get spam emails
Oh,
for
yeah.
phishing,
Right.
and for us it's nothing. We just throw them away.
Right, but
But
some
Mum got an email the other day,
suspicious or unfamiliar.
and she clicked on it. It said we've just taken out, X $1,000 from your bank account or something.
Yeah.
Mum was actually worried about it, so she sent me a copy of it, and I'm like, Mum, relax, it's just spam. Please don't worry.
Yeah.
the firm,
trying
it's
to
difficult to
trick you.
understand.
Yeah.
So, and the fishing these days is getting much more and more sophisticated. So, I'm a bit worried one day she'll get an email saying, "Hi, Mom, this is Dave. Please send me a check," or something like this,
Yeah.
whatever. And she'll happily do that if I ask. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, the fishing is getting much, much more sophisticated, of course. So. I can't replicate what we've got here. The original eyebrows have, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12
Wow.
hairs across the width there, and I have like 0.5 millimeter to do that. So there's no way there's going to be 12.
Individual strands.
Not at this scale. Not at this scale.
Yeah.
So we're just going to try and get the effect of an eyebrow, whatever.
People are talking about how if they come to Japan, does it matter if you don't speak enough or speak Japanese? Can you get around on the public transit system? And everyone's just
You are
yes,
from
you can.
Spain?
Yes, you are from Spain.
Yes. I know. My English is very bad. I think this is Spain.
Okay.
It's funny, the restaurant I was in last night, it's a new restaurant across the street, and the menu is English and Japanese.
Yeah.
And I was in there sitting, and I'm halfway through my dinner, and a guy came in by himself, and he was Spanish.
Oh.
And he and the waitress really, really struggled.
Oh, no.
She understood some broken English, but of course not Spanish.
Right.
And it was sort of point, and he's trying to ask her, and I guess I don't speak any Spanish at all, but just, I think he was trying to ask her, how do you say medium rare or well done, whatever. It was a steak restaurant.
Yeah.
And there was just total, absolutely. He's trying to demonstrate with flames and lots of fire. It was really, really funny. So,
The foodies that knew
yeah,
one
yeah,
across the
exactly,
street. Oh,
exactly. So. It was a bit frustrating for him.
Yeah.
So.
Very nice.
Yeah, I forgot this is
But
new to you.
yeah, but a lot of work here for what is the name, Yaki? Carpenters?
Carpenter.
Carpenter.
The carpenters,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes, very nice.
It was Aoyama-san, is our friend the carpenter, and everything else. He does. He did a lot of the building.
Yeah. But it's very nice
Yeah.
building.
Thank you.
Where are you staying, Fabiola, son?
And Sakura? Rest
Oh, Sakura
House?
Hostel?
Sakura Rest House or hostel here? No, hostel.
Sakura Hostel.
Rest House. Rest House.
Sakura Rest House.
I know the Sakura Hostel. Is it the same name, same place? Right behind Hanayashiki?
It's not the same.
Different, okay.
It's not the same place,
The
but
same company?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the rooms and community
Communal
living
area,
room
yeah.
and different things.
So will you be doing cooking there and stuff, or?
There are cooking and
Sakura Rest House. Is it nearby?
no,
Oops.
How long to walk?
10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It's not
Nearby.
too
So,
bad.
in a city of 35 million people, that's
Yeah.
nearby. That's okay.
It's very
bad, right?
but it's okay. It's very nice.
Yeah.
And it's a very good neighborhood. Last night, Iñaki and I walked around this area for see
Yeah.
and the temple, no?
Yeah,
Here,
Central
here.
Jimmy, yeah.
It's very nice too.
Asking about Nekohake, someone said that you mentioned at some point that clearing weather was lacking in some designs. Are there any others that are particularly
I don't
you're
have
particularly
the current
looking for, or
count
not
right
sure?
now. If you go to the update page, at the bottom of the update page, there is a computer-generated count of what we've received. So that's the current in. But as we said, during August, I originally had planned to get all 8 of them wrapped up in
Right.
August. That's not the plan anymore now. So we're
Yeah.
going one by one by one. Clearing weather is the very last one.
Okay.
So at the moment,
Plenty
I'm
of time
not,
to
and
do
it's
that
not
one.
on my radar at all.
Okay.
So we're gonna choose them and clear them one by one, as I mentioned in the last video.
Yeah.
And where I said I'm behind it, there's been tons of activity of it over the past week, and I haven't done an update yet.
Okay.
So what I've been doing myself is, rather than every time I hear the cat meow, get to it. I haven't been doing that. I've been ignoring it, and then once a week I get to it. And my plan tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tuesday we're closed. My plan is to
Yeah.
get to it tomorrow.
Makes
To
sense.
look at the newest updates, throw a bunch more through stage 2. Maybe I'll be sending you some notices, Cameron. Please pay these guys
Yeah.
to finish their stage 2 and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
and it's a real mix. It's a real mix of stuff. There have been some spectacularly interesting entries,
Yeah.
applications.
Has
One-
the one person, I'm not going to announce the name or anything,
She
but
has
continue to
continued.
send
Yes. So
interesting
she's really
submissions.
interested. And
Great.
there is something in there that we can use. I need to write to her just to get her to stop, because we've got enough from her already.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Okay, great.
But one thing we did mention on the stream earlier, a bunch of people have done what Randall Hall did.
Yeah.
Taken an ukiyo-e print and swapped out a cat. And
Yeah.
he swapped out cats for mountains. And seeing that idea, a bunch of people thought, okay, that's the way to push Dave's button. Literally dozens of people have done the same thing. There's
Wow.
a geisha that swapped out the head for a cat, or this or
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So that. And I really can't do too many of those in the same project. I
Right.
think. So
Xanthan. I'm sorry if you answered this already. Is this block the autumn print from the Kuchie video? Indeed,
Yes,
it is
it is.
a miniaturized version of it.
hello. This is Fabiola from Spain. So,
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
this is what about she's a print designer. She designs and cuts and prints, same kind of work as you, same kind of life as you. So.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Thank you.
My God, is it that time already? What's going on, Cameron-san?
Oh, yes, it's 9:15.
Okay.
They're a little earlier than usual. Looks like the rain has stopped. Did you, on your walk here, was it raining?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait.
Oh, wait.
Well, you're going to see the transition. It's still muggy and wet and sticking out. But if you're here for 1 month, by the time you leave, it's going to be probably clear, cool, getting a bit
Yeah.
chilly,
Much nicer.
blue skies. It should be. It's hard to tell. It could be heavy typhoon season. We don't know. This is the big question mark over September, October.
Yeah.
It could go either way, hot and sticky or clear and cold. Don't know.
No problem. I like this kind of the weather because in my city is dry all time.
So, not used to rain.
I like the rain.
It really could go either way. We don't know yet. So.
Yeah. Don't know until it's done. Turn the camera a little bit more.
Am I off again? Sorry.
Right on
Do
the
I keep
edge.
wandering?
You're
I'm
not
sorry.
off, but
Anyway, it shouldn't be about me here this morning. It should be about you guys. You should be
chatting.
coming up with interesting conversation there.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be working.
Oh yeah, you're working. So, why did you start printing, Fabiola? Why did you start carving and printing?
About why?
Why? ¿Por qué?
Yeah, it's a very good question. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
Yes,
Get out.
but I see a video in an exposition in my country because I learn different kind of carving in math, etching, and other kind printing because I learned this.
Yeah.
But I see the video in internet, in YouTube, and exposition. I see a very old man printing.
Yeah.
All nothing around this man, no machine.
No machines. Yeah.
Very clean because normally the other kind of print is it's very
Messy.
machine,
Yeah.
very big and complicated for clean. I see the video. This old man sit and a little space.
Yeah.
One printing, two printing. Wow! I would like to do this.
Yes.
This kind of print, but in Spain, in last moment when I start print, people don't know this technique. I answer, I look for things, nothing.
Yeah, no information.
No
about it.
information. But today the internet is very important.
Yes.
I look for internet different things. But about 2 years, I start carving and printing alone in my house. I saw the video and one book and proof. Mistake.
Yeah.
Mistake.
Yep.
Other mistake.
That's how David tells people to do it, is just try and make mistakes and then try again and keep doing things.
Sometimes the mistake is strange because for the morning the print is good, but in afternoon the print is not good because the weather change.
Yeah.
But it's
Yep. You know that problem.
It's okay. Keep going.
You know this problem.
But I when I look for by internet different artists, I found Laura Boswell.
Oh, okay. Yes, we know.
And answer. It's okay, Iñaki. Okay.
You're doing great.
And ask about your workshop. Hi, Laura. I would like to do a workshop, and I go into Inglaterra, Winslow, for 1 week with Laura for learn and for
watch her work.
Yes.
Talking about Laura Boswell, the English printmaker. Very, very nice lady.
Yes.
Beautiful work.
Yes. And in 2016,
You live in
2000.
Barcelona?
Yeah. No, in Zaragoza.
Where?
Zaragoza.
In English, is Zaragoza. Sorry, the pronunciation. I'm sorry.
Zaragoza.
Yeah. Zaragoza is in the middle of the Barcelona and Madrid. In the middle. Between. Yes. Okay.
I made a mistake. And last week, when people were asking, I mentioned is a lady from Barcelona. I'm sorry. So I made a mistake last week. So excuse me.
It's a big city, but I think it's a very good
Area.
Yeah, yes, very good time.
Is that there was a famous theater style? Is that there's a type of Spanish theater, Zaragoza? What am I trying to confuse with?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about theater.
It starts with Z. It sounds like that. Z-A-R-A.
Roman theater.
Yeah.
Look how I sound.
I'm,
Good. Okay, just I'm confusing two similar words, like I said. Something, I don't know.
Laura Boswell is due to release a new woodblock printing book in October.
No way, really.
Coming soon.
According
According to 45 Turin.
Pardon me?
According to 45 Turin.
Oh, she's a lady I have huge respect for.
Yeah, she does nice work.
She does nice work, very nice work. And it's not just the work is nice, it's she uses her skills. You know, I mean, she wants all her prints to look the same and she wants to be skilled at it. Mm-hmm. Some of the other English printmakers are just putting color down without... Laura, I like Laura's work.
Yeah.
When I speak about old man, it's not for David Bull.
It's not David
What, honey?
Earlier she was saying she saw a video of an old man
Oh,
printing.
no, I know, that was
No, David Bull.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because
Someone said, old man Dave?
No. It was Matsuzaki-san.
Matsuzaki.
He was doing an ukiyo-e, an utamaru
Yes,
coffee.
it's ukiyo-e,
He's just in the middle of a mat and around him there's the bowls and he prints it.
Yes,
and there it
I
goes.
think
Yes,
it's
yes.
the video of internet.
Yeah.
But sorry, no, David Bull, no.
It's okay. I get what you're at. Although actually he's not all that much older than me, but whatever, it's okay. Let it go.
What's the name of the book? Great.
I'm sorry for my English.
No
need to apologize.
No. Our Spanish is zero. So.
Yeah.
But Cameron, you're from America. You should be able to speak a bit of Spanish.
I know a few words, but that's about it.
You speak Spanish. Sí.
No. Lo siento.
Lo
No
siento.
hablo español. That's, that's
Sorry, you're here now for 1 month.
1 month.
Printing, carving. Are you going to start from
Carving,
zero?
printing.
Start a print and carve it and finish the print while you're here? Is that one idea?
Yeah.
a new print.
Yeah. I have a different design for carving and printing, but for me it's good other things. It's no problem. I would like to do different things. No, I need to other. If you need to. Help and different things. For me, it's okay too.
Oh, okay. Put you to work, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's going
We
to
can
start
have our
this morning.
first Spanish language blog post.
You need translate Spanish
And this morning, you can work with the team this morning.
and
upstairs.
speak Spanish for the because I think there are a very big group in Spanish, not in Spain, but in America.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people interested in this technique and know about by internet in different groups.
Back in Spain, are you teaching? You have a studio. Do you teach back there?
Yeah, I teaching. Normally, I had to do 4 workshops in a year. 4 and one group, a little group in my city. There are 7 and 5 people.
Yeah.
Regular students.
Yes, all time, one day a week.
Wow.
Yeah,
great.
Yes, I think it's strange, but it's very good. Because my city is not very big, but it's a very good group because it's a artist design, different kind of other kind of print, mix the different kind of print with mokuhanga, with etching.
Yeah.
It's a very. The name for the group is Mokubayas. Mokubayas is is mokuhanga.
Yeah.
More cobayas in Spain is for laboratory.
Oh, okay.
And now Iñaki, explain good. Yes.
They said, do you have a website? Yes, you do have a website. I'll type it in.
Fabiola has a website. Yes, I have a website.
Is it yourname.com?
Yes,
That's it?
fabiolahil.com. Yes.
I think I spelled it right.
Yes.
Okay.
So we can put this lady to work this morning up there making hakobi, shall we?
Yes. Yeah. Today our printers are going to be making hakobi, the small
I
brushes.
know.
Yeah.
I know hakobi, but I don't know use this kind of brush because he is cheap and for to buy by internet it's complicated. For me, to buy by internet the material, the tools and material is complicated for customs.
Yeah. For customs, yes. How do you describe
Yeah,
it?
well, you can make a year's supply for yourself this morning. So.
Yeah. You can make a lot upstairs. We're doing it today.
I guess we better get going.
Yeah, I guess I better get up there to
I'm
go.
doing sizing this morning.
Oh, okay. We're all headed upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. It is 9:28, so that just about the normal time anyway.
So what on this now? This is Monday morning. Next stream here will be Thursday morning. This block will could be finished by then. So probably this will have been. I can't wait 3 days. So I'll be duplicating this to color blocks, and I'll probably be carving color blocks for this next Thursday stream.
Okay.
Or not.
Or
whatever.
we'll see what's
whatever else will
happening,
be coming in. So. Okay, let's sign off. I'll see you Thursday morning. Fabiola Stan's going to be around for the next month. Not here every day, of course. She'll be working, but she'll be dropping in now and then.
Yeah.
And there's lots of new prints she says she brought, so we'll definitely have to do that on a show and tell.
Yes, we'd love to see your work.
Okay, welcome to the workshop here for 1 month. Good, new member.
Thank you, and we will see you all next time.
Sign us off. See you on Thursday morning. Thank you very much, gang.
Bye.
Hi, Ma.